Good day, everyone. We are Group 2, and today we will present our report about Praibutod, one of the earliest and most powerful satirical works written by Graciano Lopez Haina. So our members are Bulfa Marites D, Iscanelian Angelica T, Lim Neomar E, Miranda Mariel K, Kinol Elaine May, Rafales Jessa May, and Timblor Jessa. In this presentation, we will guide you through four main parts. So first, the background of the author. Second, the summary of the work. Third, our close reading and literary analysis. And finally, the relevance and impact of the text of Filipino society during the Spanish period as well as what it means for us today. So first, let's begin with the author. So, Graciano Lopez Haina, born in 1856, was known as the great orator of the propaganda movement. He used essays and satire to expose social injustice, especially the abuses of friars. He was one of the first propagandists to courageously criticize the clergy during Spanish rule. So let's proceed to the summary of Fray Butod. So Fray Butod introduces us to a friar who is greedy, fat, and hypocritical. The word butod it itself means big-bellied, which symbolizes gluttony and corruption. In this study, his vices such as lust, greed, idleness, and abuse of power are highlighted. The townspeople gossip about his immoral acts, which shows how Filipinos really felt about friars. It ends with a caricature and satirical picture of the friars as obstacles to reform. This means that instead of guiding people's spirituality, they block progress and freedom. For example, just like how modern political cartoons exaggerate the features of corrupt leaders to show their wrongdoings, Lopez Haina exaggerated Praibutod's body and behavior to symbolize corruption. Let's proceed to close reading or the main themes. So there are three main themes in Praibutod. So the first one is abuse of religion. The friars use faith as a tool to control the people. For example, instead of teaching Christian values, they use religion to gain money, land, and power. Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. So this is they appeared holy in public but committed sins in private. So for example, why preaching about morality, friars like Butod secretly engage in lust and greed. The last one is satire as resistance. The the work used humor and exaggeration to expose the truth. For example, by laughing at Butod's gluttony, people were encouraged to see the friars' corruption more clearly. So let's proceed to literary features. So the first one is satire caricature. His big stomach represents moral corruption. For example, being fat here does not mean overreacting. It means being greedy in power and wealth. Second one is dialogue. The people's conversations show their collective frustration. For example, gossiping about the prior's mirrors, how Filipinos whisper their complaints in secret. The third one is irony. The so-called holy men are the most immoral. For example, the church was supposed to guide people, but priors often abuse their authority. And the last one is symbolism. Fray Butod is not just one friar, but a symbol of all abusive friars. For example, his vices stand for the common wrongdoings of the clergy during the Spanish era.
Now let's move forward to relevance to the Filipino during the Spanish period. Express people frustration with friar domination, give voice to the oppressed and silence, show the need for justice and reform, strengthen the propaganda movement cause. Free Botod was very relevant to Filipinos at that time because it expressed the frustration of people who were suffering under friar domination. It gave voice to the oppressed who were silenced by fear. It showed the need for justice and reform in society. It straightened the cause of the propaganda movement, inspiring Rizal and others to write for change. Example, many Filipinos who could not openly complain about unfair taxes or forced labor felt that Lopez Haina was speaking on their behalf. Reflection of Filipino aspiration. This work also reflected the dreams of Filipinos, longing for freedom from abuse, desire for education and fairness, awakening of national consciousness, a call to resist oppression peacefully through reform. Freedom from abuse. They wanted to end friars' cruelty, education and fairness. They hoped for equal access to schools and opportunities. National consciousness. They realized they were one people fighting the same struggle. Peaceful and resistance. Instead of violence, they sought reform through writing and petition. For example, like the propaganda movement, modern Filipinos still believe that writing, art, and media can be powerful tools for change. In conclusion, to conclude, Fray Botod is an early nationalist literary piece that used satire as weapon of truth. It gave voice to the silence, exposed corruption, and connected the people's frustration to the larger movement for reform. Free Botod is early nationalist literature. It shows satire as weapon of truth, a voice of reform, justice, and awakening. Connects to modern struggles, exposing corruption and abuse of power. Even today, its message is still relevant, just as Lopez Haina used satire to fight prior abuses. We also use cartoon skits and social media to expose corruptions and abuses of power in modern times.